Well, here we are, sports fans, or truck fans. It's been a long break. I had a lot of problems with my G27 wheel. It just got, oh look, there's a rubber ducky in the harbor. It just got flakier and flakier, and I browsed through the various forums in here, and some were help and some weren't. Try this and don't try that. And I ended up going online with creating a ticket with Logitech, which was the best support. They didn't fix the wheel, but it was the best support because they actually confirmed that in fact there was something flaky in the G27 controller. And it was still under warranty, determined by the serial number. And they sent me a new wheel, G29 wheel, and a shifter and a pedal. And I run it for a while, and it doesn't die after 1 minute. So nice. It's different. It's got definitely has different buttons on it. So I had to remap the buttons, but I think I've probably got the same amount as I had with the old wheel and shifter combination. So all is cool. So I'm back going across Canada. I'm in Yarmouth. I'm going to go across Canada again. I think I was going to load a winter mod since it's minus a lot here in Canada. I think it's it might be minus 20 today C with wind chill added on. So it's doable. You just don't go out in slippers. You just dress like winter. Anyways, we can add a winter mod to this, but I couldn't find one that modified the physics on the road properly, and I really need to find out what the parameter is for changing daylight hours, because the problem with the winter mod is it's nighttime very soon, and I'm driving this for the scenery, even though the Canada add-on doesn't have as much as the SCS base game, but still nice. Anyways, so I did a go-to to get to Yarmouth, and that's why I landed on the sidewalk, and people are driving by and looking a little upset at times, but that's okay. Here's my, I'll show you what I've got. Here's my truck. It's 510, it's a Kenworth W900 day cab, because I don't like the really long body of the only options they have for sleepers. It's 500 horse, and an 8 and fuller 18 speed with I think a 3.8 differential. I forget what it is, but it doesn't bog when I'm pulling things, but it doesn't make them too easy. I don't want a 700 horsepower and just fly along. When I'm pulling something heavy, I want it to be heavy because I like doing heavy hauls. So that's the truck. Here's the load that we're going to do. We're going to go here. Yarmouth up to Quebec. It's a 15-hour trip, so that's 3 minutes an hour, 45 minutes. So it'll be a good first trip, and hopefully nothing dies, or I'll be very, very sad, and I'll have to do something else, like work on my writing, or clean the house, or who knows. Anyway, so let's go pick up this job. Get some things on the screen. Yeah, let's get these little screens up. Turn the flasher off. We got our lights on. Turn the parking brake off. Get back into gear. Oh yeah, put these things on. We good? We're good. Somebody's coming, but that's okay. Is this a stop? No. Nicely curved road here. Not, but oh well. Better than I can do, because I don't do this. I just use it. Here we are. The Blaster and Sons. There's a mod too this Grimes has, I think, that changes a lot of these names to what they really are, to the trucks, to Caterpillar and Walmart and all this stuff. Of course, very illegal, but So, this one, yeah, that's the one. 35 ton crane, nice long crane. Oh, there's my differential, 3.25. It's okay. A little higher would give me even more pulling power in low gear, but I think it gives me a good, yeah, this is good the way it is for now. Let's go find our trailer. They usually hide them over here on the left. Oh, yeah, there's a little bouncy arrow. I might be a little rusty at this, but let's see what's our. Oh, good. There's room to get in there. I don't have to get jammed in. Yes, I cheat and use different views. Close enough? Yeah. It would be in real life, but that's okay. I've got a mid-lift too. Mid-lift going down, up. And in the game it doesn't make any, the only difference the mid-lift makes is that if you are having trouble getting traction going up a hill, especially in rain, if you lift, let's get that beep off, if you lift the mid-lift, then you have all that weight focused on the drive wheels and you actually get better traction, which I think is the way it would work in real life. Now in IRL, in real life, you also end up lifting the mid-lift if it's not steerable, so you don't wear the tires down and scrub them, but you usually don't need it to physically carry the weight. You need it to legally carry the weight, since you're usually rated at load per axle. Which way do we have to go? We have to go left when we come off the back of this thing. Do we catch something? No. This is not a I don't think this is a steerable trailer, is it? No, it's not. So this, and it's got a Jeep. So real challenge to back it up, actually. Doable, I've done it. You just have to think of the pivot points. Nice looking though. Nice looking. Need to take a picture. One of my buttons is take a picture. Okay, we're good on that corner. We're good here. Perhaps we want to go on the sidewalk. I'm not sure. I can't remember taking this corner with a truck like this, but just in case, we're going on the sidewalk. Oh, we're clear. It would have been okay. Luckily, this is no traffic. As the truck comes in. I was going to say, luckily, there's no traffic when you go into these. Oh, Jesus. They're being real buggers, aren't they? Because they know that I'm going to want to go. See, the AI says, oh, Mike's going to want to go wide on this. We're going to have to screw around with him. Like this guy is going to want to... Oh, good. He's going to pause. Thank you. That was okay. Luckily, there's no post boxes or anything to wipe out. I apologize for being nighttime. It's not as nice. I might miss some scenery, but... I tried to rest before, and it said I wasn't tired. Apparently I had rested. Maybe fake it, but Yeah, just cut it in front of me. I don't really care. Oh shit, that was a red light. That's why he got out. Oh well. $700 fine out of 364,000. No points on my driver record, so I'm okay. I may lose some points if I clip some things on these corners. Oh, he's going wide too, so let's try this like this. This is skipping at the back. Yeah, this really drags on corners. Luckily, the first few corners are clean ones. As opposed to driving on the Hungarian map. Oh my god. The Hungary map has a different economy mode, so if you buy a lot of stuff at the beginning, you find you just can't drive enough to pay for it all. And it also has a different time mode. The ratio's not 20 to 1 though. Time doesn't go as fast. And oh geez, this is a traffic jam. This will be nice. What the fuck? Oh, there's a light there. Oh, I got a traffic mod on here too. What am I showing you my mods? I'm gonna show you what I got. So I got a sound fixes pack. I got a roads thing, physics, which helps the. Maybe there's a description here of it. No, but it helps. It helps with traction or changes the braking and traction depending on loads and stuff. New mountain textures, enhanced vegetation, the realistic traffic. This is the thing that pumps in a lot more traffic depending on the location and time of day. This makes the mirror smaller, and then of course the maps. So that's me. Let's hit the road, Jack. Signing in. Yeah, I'm on World of Trucks. I'm also running geez, I may as well show you this too. Sorry, here we go off into space again. Into here. Virtual truck log. Here's my logbook. It's well, it tracks you. It tracks where you've been, where you're going, distance, weight, economy, and stuff like this. And I'm also in. I'm actually in this thing. Sorry, wrong one. I'm actually in Lazy Truckers. Started by someone who was tired of the groups where you had all sorts of rules and regulations and times you had to be online and minimum counts and all sorts of stuff. He just wanted to go in, and so there it is. You can go to the site and look at that, or pause and just whatever. But that's the group, and it automatic logs. And I've donated some days to some people. I haven't been very active in it, but I'll have to get back in now that I have a wheel that works again. Yay! Anyways, let's get back to driving here with our all-terrain crane. Oh, and look, of course, the advantage. I forgot about that. The advantage of restarting the game. Look out, motherfucker. Restarting a game is AI traffic stops momentarily until it spawns like this, like, you know. We would have been there forever. So, well, we cheated. I forgot about it, honest, but yeah, I've done that before. If you're caught in a gridlock of traffic and there's just like there's an accident at the corner and like 2 many people going one way and somebody going the other way, and then the AI sometimes just spontaneously does stupid things. Aside from driving into you. Oh yeah, I'm also kind of a jerk with high beams. Meaning that I end up leaving them on. But not multiplayer. Actually, which is a good question. I don't know even if in multiplayer if it actually matters to people that they get your high beams on. Anyways, I mean, if it's on a button, I could dim it all the time, but then I can't see the road and the scenery. That's the other thing I miss in this. There's no light bars, or not unless I find some add-ons in ATS. ETS, maybe they're just bigger on light bars in Europe. You can really pimp your truck. Or even just put on a couple of lights on the top so that they would probably light up most of those trees with a light bar. So it's quite effective. It gives you much. Sorry, I wonder what the hell that was up ahead. It's just random codes. They've got dynamic. This latest version of 1.29, I guess we're on, of ATS, or maybe the one before. They added dynamic events in terms of accidents, shit like that. So rather than having an accident always at the same place, 2 miles north of some town, it would wander about a bit. Sometimes be there, sometimes be somewhere else. So it gives you a bit of variety, and it's not always predictable. Now I'm wondering how that works in with the special loads mod. I haven't bought that yet. I probably will. I was waiting for it to go on sale. It's too new to go on sale. Special loads, there's humongous loads. And they've changed it so that there's a pilot car, and there also is a fixed route that you have to follow, because that's just like driving a heavy load yourself. You would apply for permits and they would tell you have to down this highway and then turn here, take this overpass, don't go through this town, or do go through this poor little town. So I think that's the same thing happens in ATS. But correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the way they run it. So anyways, this one, we're chugging along. We're at 14 hours left on my 15-hour trip. And, well, it's dark. It's dark. We're heading from Yarmouth. Oh yeah, and shifter. I do have an 18-speed. I have used the 18-speed because I have a shifter and pedal. But sometimes I'm feeling lazy. And a lot of truckers, well, a lot of European trucks now are going automatic because the new ones, the automatic is as efficient and effective as the standard, and probably better economy than a standard, and definitely less grinding of gears by rookie drivers. I know my friend Sergey Drakchev, who has an online heavy haul trucking persona and company now, his own company. He's just ordered a new truck, and he was going to get an automatic, and he's got an 18-speed, even fuller, cheaper, lighter, and because he had to go cheaper. And he drives in heavy hauling in Ontario and throughout the US, but often in winter, and the standard gives you much better control of your vehicle. In wintertime, you can control the torque, you control when it shifts up or down. I've been driving, I don't know, how many years? 55 years? Mostly standards, and a lot of it in winter, and a lot of it up north in real winter. So. Up north, meaning Northern Ontario. I'm in Ottawa now. Well, that's south. Even though, yes, it is minus a lot today. But I wanted to get a drive in, a stream in before I get organized, do the dishes, have a shower, go buy some more coffee, drop in at Daniel O'Connell's pub to catch the Saturday afternoon with Mike. We're sort of chugging along here. I've got the brakes turned down and this, I think, you know, sorry, bear with me here. I want to make sure, because I had to set everything up again. And bear with me because I can't remember where the hell this is. No fatigue, traffic offense, yes, yes. Very little rain, yes. Yes. Braking and trailer stability way down, which gives you a much more realistic behavior. For the big load, you can't stop on a dime, and you also can't go really fast around corners, or you'll lose the trailer. Haha. So that's what I got. I just couldn't remember if I'd still said it that way. So here we are, leaving a long trail of people behind us cursing our freaking high beams. But yeah, whatever. There we are on the map. We're going towards Halifax, and then we need to go up to Truro, and then I think we go past Fredericton. So that'll be nice. Put it like that. That's a nice option like that. I don't drive in cab usually because I want a better view of the countryside, so I pretend that I'm sitting on the roof like a little Michelin man. Because there is, in cab, there's a GPS. Let's edge over here. Nobody behind. It's pretty quiet, which is realistic traffic, other than that humongous traffic jam in Yarmouth that we magically missed. Oh, I had to have a sip of cold coffee. I need a you know, I really should buy. There's a coffee mug that I saw that has a battery in the bottom, USB compatible, so you charge it by plugging it in your computer, and it keeps your coffee hot. Not only that, but they've used some interesting electronic strips, you know, that do cooling and heating. So they actually, if you pour the coffee in hot, it actually cools it down to, I think it cools it down to 100. I think it's at 135 F or something, or I forget now. It was whatever the optimum temperature was, or you can use an app when you're on your phone to pick what your optimum temperature is. Basically, you put in hot coffee, and it cools the coffee down to your temperature, and then keeps it like that, which is good. I drink my coffee black with a bit of sugar, so I don't mind it cold. It doesn't taste gross, but it doesn't taste as good as hot. Just to have a big 12-ounce mug, and it's usually more than that, but more than that, not full. Oops, wandering through there. What's our time? Our time is 1 a.m. So, well, it's summer mode in this game, so maybe we'll start getting light around 3:30, 4. See a a bit of false dawn. You might hear chirpy birds. I've got other games to play too. I also want to get back to my ATS Euro Truck Simulator. Let's take this exit. Get some brakes on. And let's be greedy. Yeah, Sergey taught me when heavy hauling with a big load. Sorry, I'm taking the whole road. Especially with a big load like this. You can see the back end is... The back end was hanging out there. Luckily I've done a bunch of these so I remember how big they were. But once it gets light, you'll be able to see in the mirrors. You're able to see this load hanging on corners, scaring the shit out of people. Got my blinker on? Oh, I do. One of those guys that drives forever with the blinker on. The AI is somewhat responsive to blinkers and flashers. If you're signaling a turn, they tend to hang back or let you in. If your flashers are on, they're a little more cautious. It's nice. You can hear the rumble strips as you take this corner a little wide. At least I can hear them. Yeah. I wanted to get some room to meet people here. Oh, thank God for paved shoulders. And look, there's nobody using them. It's a biker pedaling his or her way from Yarmouth to Vancouver Island. Far back. The Vancouver Islands to the Alberta Highlands, prairies, the lakes, and Ontario shores, Grand Banks, Newfoundland, or something else. This land is Canada, this land is ours. I think it's by the Travelers. It's an old song. Sorry, I just definitely dated myself about being 20. Do we need gas? No. That's the other thing with heavy haul, I mean, you get an estimate of trip distance. Let's see if we can change things. Yeah, water temperature. It's nice. Fuel, 1478 miles estimated. I'm not sure how it comes by that. I mean, you can certainly watch your mileage. There's a dynamic liters per hour. Oh, I won't watch that because I'm trying to focus here on the driving. There's a dynamic thing that shows you liters per 100k. I think that's our measure here. Let's do a save just in case we completely screw this up. Nobody trying to cut the corner? Good, because sometimes people do. They're like, did you not see this big truck that's trying to go down here? Oh yeah, we're good, but we're not going really fast because I'm not sure where the ass end is on this. And then there's a guardrail on the right. And when we get to the bottom, we are going to go right. How are you doing here, buddies? We're doing good. Good. Try not to hit that thing. Okay, we didn't. And the back end is where? Oh, see, we missed a post. Good. Not bad. Speed limit's 110k. It's debatable whether we ever will get to that. Maybe there's a good downhill and a suicide vent for the day. Oops, excuse me. A cough. Funny mute. It's in Toronto for 10 days, I guess. Toronto for 10 days at my girlfriend's. And the day before I left, she came down with one hell of a cold. Oh, I did a pharmacy run for her the last day and got her some stuff. I was sure I was going to get down with typhoid, whatever she had. Oh, you're 17 and we're up at 78, so... Nice things of this is I don't know if we got the license or whatever, but Petro-Canada, that's what we have here, is Petro-Canada. Now, the only gas stations across the Canada Dream map are Petro-Canada. Well, they aren't. They were government owned. I think they're still government funded somehow. There's some tie-in. But I'm not sure why we don't really have them coast to coast to coast. Gee, I should play with the setting. So yeah, so you can see. Well, here we are. Yeah, so 3:30 I started to get light, so by 4:30, unless we have rain. Oh, we got rain turned down a lot. By 4:30. Where are we now? Anita Moncton, good. A little sports car going by with the top down. Must be warm out there. What is the temperature? Temperature's 4 o'clock. No. Oil 90. Water temperature, fuel. Oh, I thought we got an up-to-date temperature on this. Maybe not. Oop. Jeez. You know what I mean? Normally would track better. You'd have the camber set so that it tends to go straight, as opposed to tends to notice when I twitch. That's probably the. Take a picture. We're entering another province. New Brunswick. We were in Nova Scotia. We hit just about every province except Newfoundland, although we do get up into Labrador, which is part of Newfoundland, Labrador, so yes. It'd be nice to get there, actually. You get to Quebec if we can find a load. I haven't taken one up to, I guess, Labrador City. Not sure what they've got up there. There's the bright lights of Moncton. they do on occasion, a lot of these things are prefabs, but I think they do on occasion put in at least ones that are representative of the place you're going through, or sometimes special ones, like Ottawa, they've got a thing of the Parliament buildings, sort of a little model in the distance, so it's nice. In Vancouver, Stanley Park, oop, probably have to go slow here. Oh, probably have to change lanes too. Luckily the AI usually lets you in. I guess especially if you've been wandering all over the freaking road like I have. And then it's following you saying, oh Christ. Oh, and here we have to go down this ramp. And everybody gonna be nice? Yes they are. Okay. And now. Well, a little wider than I had to be, but it doesn't hurt on this. Highway 11. Which goes across the whole damn country. Anybody coming? Yes, there is, and now you can let me in. Thank you. You're not being a complete asshole. I should have my dash gauges. No, I think that's as bright as they go. Some of them actually work too, and you can zoom. I don't have that implemented. I think you zoom with the button, you don't zoom with the mouse wheel, which would be nice if you could. See, getting to be daytimey now. See, I mean, here I am, sort of on the left, sort of in the middle. Whoa, fuck. It's alright. I have a hard time looking away from the road. Okay, so let me in. There we are. Don't brake check me. I'll take my high beams off, so I'm not sitting on your ass with my high beams on. Seems to me in multiplayer, I know if somebody behind you flicks their high beams, you can't see it. But it used to be the case. I haven't played multiplayer in a long time. I suppose if I found some people who were going to drive together in a convoy and just chit chat and yuck it up, I'd like to do that. Especially if we had strength in numbers, so that we don't get some yahoos ramming us just because they think it's funny. So multiplayer can be fun. If you're solo, I know you can. I can do saves of the last 10 or 30 seconds or whatever I want in some of this GE Force experience controller, my NVIDIA type thing. And so, anyways, I can save it. So if you're a multiplayer, somebody screws around and whops you, you can actually create. You can either just hit a button, do a quick report, or you can save the video and actually send it in. And they will get banned for a few days, but you know, they've already ruined your experience a bit. So if they get banned, now they come back in and they do it again. So I'll just say if you're in a convoy with a bunch of people, maybe you don't get whacked as much. I may do that. But I would need to get my ATS game updated and start playing that again now that I got my new G29 wheel. And thank you, Logitech, again for the free wheel. And I also need to get back into Spin Tires Mud Runner. That's fun. I really like that game. The new Spin Tires. And I'm just partway through just the standard one, no add-ons really. Oh yeah, there's one add-on. Somebody I was playing with. It was like a little dune buggy. So that was cool. Multiplayer in Spin Tires is more fun because you actually cooperate together to do things, like multiplayer in this game, ATS here. You have to keep eyes open too for people. It's 6:13. Some people don't have headlights on, and the AI in this game will occasionally pulls out to pass, even though you're barreling down the highway with your lights on. So, yes, in Spin Tires Mud Runner, you actually cooperate because there's several different kinds of trucks that need to be uploaded and are unlocked. And typically, it helps to have a fuel repair truck and maybe a big truck that can drag people out of the crap they get into, and then logging truck, maybe a couple logging trucks, one with a crane to load the other one. It's bonus points if you load it, don't just use the auto alert. So I'll say 3 or 4 people working together can have a good time. It's Spin Tires. So it's bright out. Here we are daytime, and we're turning on the highway. Wherever we're going, let's just disorient everybody and go to the map here. We are here. We come up. We've gone a long way, babe. Come up from Yarmouth, around. It may or may not have looked like the actual province with the coastline and stuff, but we come up the Bay of Fun Times and Halifax, Truro, Moncton. Oh, we don't go to Fredericton. We could have. Thought we did. Although I think I've been, you can see by the yellow line, I think I've been on that route before, so meh. Probably a little more twisty going on this 108, whatever that is, because 2 is a Trans-Canada route. So Grand Falls, not Michigan. Rivière du Loup, and the St. Lawrence River, and then along the south shore till we get to cross over the bridge to Quebec City, and then dump the load in Quebec. Now from Quebec we can maybe get a load up to Saguenay, not Michigan. Saguenay, but up to Baie-Comeau. We've been to Baie-Comeau. That's Sept-Îles, where one of our former prime ministers comes from, or way up here, yes, there are gas stations, to Labrador City. That might be fun. Maybe we'll see if we can get a Quebec job going. I'll leave it to Baie-Comeau. We got a good chance from Baie-Comeau than going to Labrador City. So, yes, that's the plan, Sam. I believe we'll be turning left up here. And I believe we can turn the lights on and just leave the running lights on. No headlights. We're braking, we're slowing. See, the brakes work, it's just they have to think about braking. Okay, so a lot of traffic there on the left. We got a big load here. Detour, there's Muddy Road ahead, and we got a lot of cars on the right, but they will tend to let me in. We're not going to quit and cheat. So I'm going to be paused after this white bus, and they will go. And after they go, 1, 2, 3, 4, if they go fast, somebody there with a light low. Okay. Okay, let's just start going out here. Clear there. Oh, it needs to let me in. It doesn't have to. Sometimes the AI lets you in and then changes their mind the last minute. Trucks, not so much. Cars, yes. They'll pause, maybe because they think you're going to behave like a car, because they'll pause, wait for you to pull through, and then just as you're pulling left in front of the AI car. It says, "Oh, well, you're too slow, never mind," and it pulls ahead and rams into you. Well, it's your fault. Yes, it is. Oh, and I think the trees have changed. I didn't notice. Maybe they did a little while ago. Instead of those cone-shaped coniferous, they're now these tall pines, red pines, jack pines. I don't know. They almost look like palm trees, but that would be done. Anyways, we are halfway through our trip. Chugging across the countryside. Down to 2-lane. Now, a lot of Canadian highways already 2-lane. We had passing lanes in a lot of places where you can go up 2 lanes going up a hill, and then 1 lane come back down, so you can actually get out and pass, which helps a lot. And depending where the highways are, of course, they follow the county lines, which often we're following the way that. Oop, pay attention, Mike. Turning right. Right, going wide. County. You just have to cheat, go overhead, just because I'm not used to this long front yet. Still like my flat front Scania. Pretty much talking about Hillback. Nice greenery here, and it's always summer, of course, and usually sunny. Like, rain back, because why spend all your time driving in the rain and ruining the view? Mods I've had. What happens with these games is I tend to, I've done it in ATS too, I tend to add in mods. Like there was a physics mod that Alexi P did, ALEXY, capital P. Awesome physics mods. He did them for a long time, and then he retired from it. He just stopped doing it. But really good mods. But I think one thing that got him out of it was SCS kept improving the physics themselves, so that his mod made a little less. There's those cones again. Made a little less difference. So what you do is, or what I did, I tend to collect a lot of mods for weather, physics, and traffic and stuff like this, and then SCS improves their game, and at some point you could get rid of those mods. And close enough, because unless you're using workshop mods, when a new version of ATS or ETS comes out, of course, then you end up having to stay in beta until all the mods that you use also get updated. So, doable, but annoying. It's it's 8:30 in the morning, so a lot of traffic, a lot of cars around. Rush hour in the country, and a good mix. Trucks, cars. I don't see the little sports car. I'm sure we will eventually. Somebody in his midlife crisis with his toupee flopping in the breeze. 10K. Well, we could be going faster here. But yes. I wasn't quite down to the floor on this, so also could think about getting gas at some point. We've done half of the trip, but we've used a bit more than half tank, so let me see. Let's confuse people and go to the world map. Hello world. Whoop, and see what we have for gas. Ah, right there. We can pull off. Get gas. And chug out again. That'll be good. Because there's probably not. No. Definitely would be good because there's nothing before Quebec. Yeah. Same with here, between Quebec and Baie-Comeau. Yeah. Had a cough again. Drive again. We're up to 87. That's okay. See, I'm just keeping a bit to the left, front. The back end track's okay, but these are really gradual curves. And going faster too, so things happen. Let's do it. Let's do it. You're looking for the save button. Save so I don't crash before I crash. Yeah, I've had to play around with the buttons. The only problem with the, well, maybe not a problem for some people, but the problem for me is this wheel. The buttons are all laid out like an Xbox controller, like all the shapes and graphics and things like that, which is okay, but if you're a gamer and have used one, but the only time I've used one is playing with my very young grandson, Mario Kart, or Mario something, and getting beaten by him, so. Not big on hand-eye coordination here. And I don't think it's just because I'm an old fart. I just, not my thing. I'd like to say young kids are born with it, but that would imply genetic change, which would imply natural selection. One could argue that it might work the other way, that really popular gamers would have less children because they spend all their time gaming rather than finding partners, but maybe not. Maybe that's a generalization. So where are we going here? We're going up the Lazy River. Yes, we are. To zoom in on the map here. Probably should have signaled, but least of our problems. Wide, pretty good. 14. Downshift for the second. My problems with kind of buses are bad. The AI. One of my problems with this is game is the LEDs in ATS. The LEDs don't work. No, they don't work in ATS too because it's not hardware, but there's a program Vanaleds, Fanaleds, that works for ATS. And you can set shift points for the LEDs, the green, yellow, orange, or green, yellow, red LEDs on the wheel, so that because I want to keep between 1,000 and 1,500 RPM just to keep the realism when I'm manually shifting, because that's normally your power band on these engines. I know, much less than a car, much narrower. But so you can use these to show, keep it in the middle, and that's what you shift. But unfortunately, I think ATS has not been modified yet to... Either ATS has not been modified to send the information to Fanaleds, or Fanaleds has not been modified to use it. I think it's the former. Which is too bad, because it would be nice. Oh, and look. We did need gas. Let's get some. May not be cheap, but... And again, slowing down. Never long enough lanes in this game for the acceleration for gas stations and shit. Yes, there we are. Press E to stop engine. $1.40 a liter. I'm sorry, $1.10 a liter. $1.10 Canadian a liter, which is something in kopecks per gallon. Okay, don't need that anymore. Anybody being a jerk? Sometimes cars or trucks come through the gas pumps and they just go right through. Just for the sake of going right through. And whomping into you. Thanks, jerk. We wandered all over the freaking road. I really need to fix that steering. Make it less sensitive in the middle. Bear with me, and we'll look for that parameter. I forget where these things are, you know. More non-linearity, I think. I'll have to look up steering settings. Yeah, there we go. Seem to be twitching less in the middle. It means non-linearity means just that. It means it's not linear. When you're in the middle, it's not that responsive, but when you get towards the edges, it is more. So if you want to crank it for parking, it works well. But if you're just wandering down the road trying to keep out of the ditch, we got 4 hours, which is 15 minutes. Good. It's 10 after 3 here. Oh, weigh scale. Weigh scale. Please pull in for an inspection. Wait. Look at that. I get to get. Again. Normal weigh scale has a long lane to slow down the weigh scale, so you're not going really fast, because I think it's here reloaded. Because this is interesting. Speed limit's 110 on the weigh scale. Not. I think that's something he's forgotten to implement. I think in the game it's like 20k or something. Are we there? Magically, we always pass inspection. Our gross weight is 53 tons, so that tells you that this truck and trailer is 53 minus 35, 18 tons. Not light. Anybody whipping through to try to hit us? Nope. Good. Ooh, looks slow on my hand. Where will we go? Don't know. I think we are entering La Belle Province. That's why I'm slow, because people were trying to change lanes here. Take a picture of bonjour. I think they say more than that, but it may not be a... no, I think he is French. I think the guy who does Canada Dream is French, but I don't think he's about to follow the mandates of the province and do everything bilingual. Definitely including all traffic signs. Or in most shops and stuff, unilingual, where you used to be able to be bilingual, or whatever your customers wanted, but now to preserve the culture, mandated no, your signs have to be French only. Unless it's a trademark. Sort of moving along. Back up the map a bit. Back it up again. And again. And we're going to Rivière de Lou, and then we're going to turn left. Before running into the St. Lawrence River. Which links the Great Lakes with the Atlantic Ocean. There you go, free geography lesson. Okay, mix the trees. I like that better here. I mean, sometimes you do have only one type, possibly because of the ground. You know, some grow better in a swampy ground than others, and we tend to have, we tend to do swampy in Canada because we have a lot of Canadian shield, heavy rock that doesn't drain well. So. And long, cool, long winters cuts down how long stuff can decompose. So you have to have quite a layer of vegetation to sit there and be acidic and soak up moisture. Oh, it looks like it's getting something. It's getting raining. That's what it is. I thought it was just fog. I think remember what they are. That button. No, that's the lights. Maybe they're that button. They are that button. Okay. Not that the game cares much, but they do care if you don't have lights on. Not necessarily high beams, but that guy doesn't. I don't know. I used to get tickets for traffic offenses for not having headlights. You know, you pull out of a garage at night, you're starting off a trip or something, and I think they give you maybe, you know, either distance or time, but not a lot before it's like, oh, you should have put them on. The thunder in the background there. Here we are, again. Left. Oh, and yes, slowing down a lot. More brakes. Possibly coasting through. That was close. That was full brakes, but that was heavy load. And else is too. Okay. Just have to get out there. But in a way, you rely on the Canadian politeness. Well, I'm getting there. I've got clear my throat a lot this afternoon. Hopefully it's because I'm talking a lot and not because I've caught my girlfriend's cold. I really was hoping that I would bring back from Toronto memories, but not a cold. So there we are, whipping along. On the right, you could not see the St. Lawrence River. I've driven along here, you can't actually see it. I've driven out to, I have flown out to Halifax, driven around. Oh, here's a truck just sitting. I've flown to Halifax. I had a girlfriend out there for a few months. Nice. Yeah, Sue was nice. A little different, but nice. But just didn't work. We thought, long distance romance, we thought it would work, and it didn't. She decided it wouldn't really, so oh well. I'm in one now, but it's just in Toronto. Anyway, so when I did go down, we drove around Nova Scotia, and beautiful place up in the Annapolis Valley and down along the coast. I went to Picky's Cove, a lot of nice places. But I've driven to New Brunswick, Moncton, such, and Quebec City, and Northern Ontario, up through Kirkland Lake and Timmins and Long Lac, and or the other through St. Marie, and to Dryden, and then to Winnipeg. That's as far as I've driven. Still a lot. Drive all day in Ontario. Oh look, we're still in Ontario. Oh yeah. Keep going all night. It's a big freaking province. And people come to visit. Remember people coming to visit our nanny from England. And they were coming to Ottawa, and they were hoping to go down to. They had a very enthusiastic itinerary, like they wanted to drive down to Niagara Falls and back, and I probably in the same day, possibly, thinking in terms of European driving, but Niagara Falls is, well, from Ottawa, it's 4 or 5 hours to Toronto, depending, 7 hours to Niagara Falls, depending on you're doing 110K and not stopping all the time for coffee like I do, and then stopping all the time to pee. So. We are an hour and 40 minutes away, because that's Quebec City we're going to, so we just have to get to the, we just have to get the bridge and cross over. Now parking, along roads like this, although I can say I have done some backing up to correct things, and it is doable, but in general they don't expect you to maneuver into any kind of parking spot, so your options for parking in this are either just drop and run, or just pull into a spot. Which sometimes works. We'll have to see when I get there. There's some that I've never been able to get, and I'm not sure really how you do get it without backing up these loads. There's some that aren't really doable. They give you the option, but that view, take a picture and we'll do save. Not 18, oh, 14, oh, yeah, sometimes it really drops. I said, no, 12, yeah, see, we're skipping gears here. I tried using advanced shifting, I think that's what it's called, whatever, for manual, a few times, which is where you float the gears. match the revs. And, oh, I see construction on the other side, so we may see something here too. You float the gears and match the revs. Don't use a clutch. So you go up in this gear, and you would just back off a bit on the gas. Go to the next gear. Click it in, and unfortunately, it's something you do sort of by feel in a real car and truck. You can feel the gears wanting to go in. In this, it grinds, and it even doesn't even give different degrees of grindness, saying, well, you're close, so it just goes crunch. So it's a real challenge to float the gears in these things. Some sort of thing I tried. No, I don't really work at mastering this. Got other things that I still can't do. There we go. See, up to 18. 18 and... Oh, we're actually going to speed. Let's see if our Jake thing works. Doesn't seem to. Let's see if the retarder works. Yes, it does. I got the retarder paddles. The retarder is a brake that works against the transmission. I think it's either electrical or maybe a fluid thing to slow the truck down. And the Jake brake, or it's an engine brake. Jacobs, J-A-C-O-B-S, was I think the guy who invented it. Okay, now we're turning here, we're taking a lane. Please don't cut it. Good, nobody's cutting it. We're good. Oh, we're not as bad as I thought. Good in the mirror. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Be the weird, but definitely turning left, going to get back. Sorry, turning left. Oh, probably could turn those wipers off. Jacobs is an exhaust brake sometimes, but it's not really, it's not as if it plugs the exhaust from the potato. It actually, I'll have to look this up now again, but I think it works, uses the engine's compression against it. Now the thing about the Jake brake is it has different degrees too. It's louder. But the thing about the Jake brake and the using the retarder, they both work against the drive wheel. So if you are going down the hill on a slippery road into a curve, it's just like jamming on the truck brakes without jamming on the trailer brakes. And you can fishtail. And good implementations of the physics of that. I had that actually happen. And to get out of a fishtail, you have to steer your way out of it. That works too in this game. It's kind of cool. Okay. Bump in the road. And we're getting close to Quebec. Oh, well, we'll probably see Hotel Frontenac, I think it is. Quebec. I should look these things up before I get there. Do a screen. I like to do screen saves of places when I get there. Hear the bus. You cringe. They often cut in front of you. Don't hit the bus, don't hit the bus. That caught me a little off guard. In real life, you know, we would have taken the mirrors in on that trailer, I guess. That thing on our trailer, that crane. And thank you for being so slow, people. We couldn't actually even get through a light cycle. But we'll get the next one. Oh, that'd be interesting. There's sort of stock ways to get into supply places in this game. I think I recognize this one. Left turn light. Oh. We can turn right on a red. Yeah. I'm gonna pause here. Ontario and now in Quebec. And many other provinces. Let's go wide. Let's go wide because we don't want to take out. Oh, see? They wanted me to go wide. Yes, I've seen this before. You turn right, you come down, and there's a bridge going over some sort of troubled waters. Okay. Let me through. Nobody coming, I hope. Oh my god. Again, nobody coming because we have to go like this. Sorry, but there's somebody at barriers right up against the road. Here we are. Tickety poo, rail export, whoever they are. Oh, I know what this is going to be. They're going to want me to park it on the right. That's not going to work. See? I'm guessing. Maybe we'll see. You don't really commit to it. Here? Sure. They still give you the choice. Give you the choice. Right up to the last minute to whoops. They give you the choice right up to the last minute to bail on this. See, we're doing a nice straight. Now there's a guy watching us. So we're nice and straight from here, right? This looks good. We're lined up perfect. Look at the ass end. Pfft, not even close. Is it going to track in better? No. And I think I've tried in this going right as far as I could ahead. No. Close, but no. So I missed the precise delivery bonus, but I'm not that freaked out on that. So we have this. Level 16. Alright, got more stuff. We can actually add I don't know, high value. Over here. Just move out a bit. There we are. Free and easy. Put the parking brake on, and let's see just what we would have for the next. Because I think we said next we wanted to go sorting by weight, because I like heavy. We don't want to go to New York. Ooh, ice cream up to the Labrador City. That's where we wanted to go. That'll be our next load. Woohoo! All right, I'll set this to remind myself as a commitment. And I'll quit. Thanks very much for those who've tuned in or that watch this after. I'll put it on YouTube too, because that's what I do. What's my YouTube channel? I think it's down here in the info. I'll make sure it's in the info on this on my Twitch channel, because I keep forgetting what it is. Anyways, thanks very much, and have a nice day. I'm out to have some beers and freeze my ass off.